Hi friends, welcome back to another session. In this session, let us see what supervised learning is. In the previous session, we see how humans learn, and if we want to make use of the same technique, how we can make our machines learn so that we can come out of the burden of programming to solve any problem. So, to begin with, what supervised learning is? Supervised learning is a type of learning where a machine is fed with both input as well as output, and machine somehow tries to understand the relation between output and input, and somehow creates a mathematical model so that in future, if we give any new input to that, it should be able to provide us the correct answer for that. So let's see what supervised learning is all about. So in the supervised learning, we give an input and also output. That means if you recall the previous video, when a person is learning, the person is fed with two informations. One, the visual information about the picture of the animal also, and also an audio information, what it is called. So both of them go into the brain and some neural activity happens. So some firing between the neurons happen and the two sets get connected and there will be some relation created between output and the input. The same thing happens here and the supervised learning after correlating between the input and output will produce a set of rules and these rules are then fed to the predictor and this predictor will take new inputs and will give its own predictions. So, for example, the input may be uh, the two types of animals like dog and cat. So, the output will be the word dog, cat. So, we have input, which is a set of images which are labeled. So the labels are the class to which the animal in the picture belongs to. And looking at both these combinations, our machine tries to correlate them. How it does is not our headache, like our teacher just shown the image and told that is tiger, this is elephant, and all that. How our brain wires the neurons and all are not the teacher's headache. It happens. So the same way, the machine also somehow learns to correlate input and output, and this correlated things are stored in the form of rules, and these rules are used by the predictor. And when the new input is given, it produces a prediction. So, if we have trained this model with a set of animals, then when we give a new image of any animal, it will identify what animal it is. Like if we are talking about dog and cat, so we train with a lot of dog images and cat images with appropriate labels. And then when we show a new image, and if it contains a dog, the prediction should be dog, and if the input contains the cat, the prediction should be cat, and so on. So overall, what we are doing is we are providing a set of pairs. So one in the pair is input, other in the pair is an output. So pair of data we have, and that data is fed to the learning system, which is supervised learning system, and that learns and creates some rules to connect input with output. How it creates the rules and all are the internal problem of the machine. It's not a problem of the one who is programming it. And once the machine is ready, it's ready for prediction and all that. So the important aspect to look at here is the most important, what do you say, property or highlight of this is the learning process remains the same, only what changes with the combination of input output. So if we have labeled images of animals, then this whole process will be able to identify animals. Instead of animals, if we give images of the flowers with the proper labels, then the same system now will start classifying the flowers. Instead of that, if you give any other data with the proper labels, then it is going to predict the output for any given input. So what changed now is we write a small code which is used to train the supervised learning process. So here the problem depends on the input output, not on our code. Our code is just there to tell how to learn. So how to learn? Simple thing is we just show the input, show the output, and say for this input, this is output. You understand it. So that's how we learned in the our elementary school that A was shown on the board, A was written on the board, and teacher was telling A. So listening to that, seeing that again and again and again together, we learned what A means, what B means, and all that. The same thing happens here. So the advantage of learning is the learning process we have to define, and once the process is defined, then the same process can be used to classify either animals or figure or fruits or flowers or anything like that. Only thing is the process remains same, the input output data changes. So for given data, the same set of rules will work for different actions. So that's advantage of what we call supervised learning. So as of now, that's it. Thanks for watching. Thank you.